Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today we're here with a fun setup video. I'm finally putting together my Go Wild planner. So I call it a planner, but it's going to be a mix of a planner, a journal, and a memory keeper. So I do like to separate them into those three things because planning for me is planning for something in the future. Journaling is for what's happening in the current moment, so writing about what's happening that day. And then memory keeping is going back and just reflecting on the past. So I feel like with a planner slash journal slash memory keeper, I can cover past, present, and future in the same book. And I'm really excited about this. I am putting this together a little bit earlier than I think what is typical. I don't know what's typical. We're all planners here if we're going to go wild, right? So I feel like people have been putting together their planners, and I've seen a lot of releases from a lot of the vendors and some of our biggest social media content creators out there. And I was planning to purchase one from Kelva Plan, her notebook, but I also decided I can definitely put together my own. So no shade for her. I think her stuff is beautiful, but I also have enough of my own supplies that I can use up my own stash and be able to do this. So I've got everything, or at least I think most everything that I need here, and I'm just gonna start putting it together. So the first thing that I have, let me actually move that, is this. So this is the color block layout from the Happy Planner. This is the planner that I got on clearance at Office Depot. It was less than $5, maybe, well, it was definitely less than 10, but I think it was less than $5. So I picked this up mostly for the metal discs, but I also just didn't have a use for the color block layout. But I think that since I need a notebook and need a planner for Go Wild, I will use this and just convert it. So again, just trying to use up my stash. So this is the cover. It says dream it, believe it, achieve it. And the inside looks like this. So I was initially planning to just use this just because, you know, I could, but I just don't love it. So yeah, I do have a more thorough flip through of this planner on my channel. I'll link it in the description so you can see it. But basically it is the monthly and then a color block layout that looks like this, which is, you know, not my style, but I'm just going to use it. And Go Wild this year is in April. So this is the April tab. I will show you this to you. It says be happy and smile. I love that. That's cute. All right, and again, this is the monthly, and these are the weekly pages. And so I think what I'll do is just leave April in here, and I'm going to take out, let's see, I'm not quite sure how I'll do this. Actually, I think I'll leave everything from here forward and take everything before March out. Okay, and so I'll leave the hello stuff and then take July through February out. So I'm going to start by doing that first. Let's just take these pages out. Okay, so I've taken it out. You saw that I basically pulled it up off the discs. Definitely don't pull it out sideways. You have to pull it either towards you or away from you in order to get the pages off the discs. And now what I've got in here are basically the hello pages and like the perpetual calendar type stuff. And then this currently page, which I'll probably have to redate from March. And then I have a March, April, and then all the rest of this. So what I'm thinking, first of all, is I want to split it up into the different kind of categories that I talked about. So I do want a section for planning, actually several sections for planning. Then I want several sections that are journaling, and then several sections for memory keeping. And I don't know how many dividers I'll need for all of that, but definitely I want March and April, at least at a minimum, to be my planning pages. And March will be one that I basically convert. April I'll use as is, let's just say, for planning for Go Wild, but definitely March I'm going to convert. And then the other dividers, I'll leave the pages in here for now. I'll change them out in a little bit, but for now I'm just going to leave in the dividers and the pages so that way it will be a little bit stable. The other thing that I want to do is change the cover. So this is an old Happy Planner Wrong collaboration. It says Life is Beautiful. I actually love the cover as is. These dolls are just gorgeous, but I really love the inside cover. So you can see the inside cover looks like this. This really, to me, speaks to Go Wild. They are like the pattern, I guess, like the print that they use in a lot of their marketing is going to be leopard print. I'm a total Go Wild newbie, by the way, so do not look to me for any kind of like pro tips here. But I'm going to go ahead and put the cover inside out to use here. I actually should take this packaging off. Now that I've committed to using this, I can just toss that. We'll recycle that. All right, and I'll put this on here. Now, actually, this pattern is where I could actually flip it the other way, and this will be upside down on the back, but I'm okay with it. Actually, we'll leave it for right now. All right, so now that I put that on there, let me take the other covers off. I don't need double covers. Okay. All right, so that's it. So this is what it looks like. Here's the cover with these discs. I think that looks beautiful. And then it goes into the hello page, and then these pages. Right. I have those pages in here, and then of course this, I already said I will cover that up. I'll have to cover that part up as well. And then we'll go into March. Now, I think maybe I'll just leave March in here as is as well. Just because maybe there's going to be, again, I'm total newbie, but there might be some pre-planning or like planning that I would need to do in March that is Go Wild related. So I'm going to leave that in there, actually. I'm going to leave that in there. So I'll leave March and April as is. And then I have now, starting in May, all of these dividers and pages. And it's definitely going to be after Go Wild at this point. So I don't think that I'll need May, June, and so on to be labeled as the months. I'll convert it to something else. And so I brought along this sheet. It's basically just like header labels. This is from Will Away Stickers, and I'm just going to use it and cover it up to relabel it for my own needs. So let's see. I should probably just try to match it. I'm going to try to match this color, I think. All right, I'm going to go with this one. All right. And I don't know what I should label these sections. If you have opinions, let me know. I really have no idea what I should be labeling these things. I think this first one, I have no idea. I think I'm going to label it lists. Lists? Would that make sense? I'm just going to go for it. I can always just relabel it. I'm going to put list. What I'm thinking in here would be like my packing lists, my table mate gifts, all of the different lists and checklists that I would need to get things done. So I'll put lists there. I'm going to go ahead and flip it on this side and white out the May, just with regular whiteout, and not worry about that so much. I will eventually need to cover up this divider, but then what I'm going to do is take out these May pages. Oops, missed a page. Right, so I'll take that out. And then the other thing that I brought along here is going to be the stash of Happy Planner paper. Now this paper, I felt like, again, it really kind of spoke to the vibe of Go Wild. It's the leopard print. Doesn't, I mean, of course it matches because it's leopard print, but it's not the same color. But I thought it was the best option that I had in my stash. And what I'm going to do is just put some of these pages in here. Probably not that much. Just enough pages to get this notebook going. And so I'm basically taking out, at this point, the remaining months and just replacing it with this. But I do definitely still need ideas for what I need to do with these labels. I'm going to have to watch more videos. I've watched a couple already of people who have set up Go Wild notebooks and planners and memory keepers, but I didn't make note of what sections they had. I personally like to have things categorized, so I love being able to have dividers. I definitely am fine with like flipping through multiple pages, but if I could have it and use my dividers and have it organized in a way where I can flip and only flip through like 2 or 3 pages or 3 or 4 pages instead of like 10 or 12 pages, that's kind of what I prefer. The only section where I would want to flip through multiple pages like that would be in like a memories section where I'm flipping through just multiple pages. I guess maybe the other section would be like a notes section for speakers. I would flip through multiple pages in that section, I think. But otherwise, I just don't really know. Yeah, I don't know how to organize this. I just feel like right now, what I'm going to do is add the labels. I did the one label, lists. I'm going to wait for your suggestions. If you have any suggestions for what these other dividers should be, please do let me know. Again, I'll be watching videos too, just to see what else I can do. in terms of categorizing this, but I'm just going to add in some paper to each of these sections. And because it's disbound, I can move this around. I'm not too worried about like not, or like feeling stuck with like something like a book-bound book where if I separated and didn't have enough pages, I would run out of room, you know, so I'm not worried too much about that. I'll just stick what I feel like is a decent amount into each section, and I might not even need this many dividers, you know. It could be where I just need like a handful of dividers, but I'm gonna go ahead and do all of the whiting out and labeling of the dividers at least, just to get myself started. I feel like I need to get started, if nothing else, just because I want to start making notes. One of the big things that they just announced, just last week actually, was their lineup, their speaker lineup, and I wanted to get that in here. I wanted to get it down somewhere, and so this is the perfect place to do that. I just have to have the notebook first. So I'm excited. I'm excited to do all the things. All right, and then we're going to go to September. Again, I'm trying to match the colors here. Let's go with, I think, this lighter blue. All right, whiting out this side. Let me know if you're going to Go Wild. I would love to meet up with some of my viewers if you are going. I am an introvert, so I don't know how many people I'll be able to associate before I feel like my my social battery will just give out. But you know, I'll do my best. I'll do my best to say hi to everyone. But I'm a total introvert. This will be fun though. I'm challenging myself to do this and just to enjoy the experience. I'm gonna go with just like a red. I feel like I could do that. Right, I'm not worried too much about like it not matching. You know, it's meant to be just a fun, colorful planner. You know, everyone can have their own style, right? And I personally am a functional planner, so having it be super pretty, of course that's nice, but it's not necessary for me. I'm gonna go ahead and go with pink here. Okay. Pink would be the obvious, right? So let's go with a lighter pink. I'm just trying to think through. I definitely want like a notes section, but I don't know which tab I should put it on. You know, I don't want to label it and then like have to move things around, but I guess I could move things around. It's not that big of a deal. All right, we'll put this in here. Ooh, that was way more paper than I should have added into a single stash. I'm planning to DIY pages, as you could probably guess, with the way I'm setting up this notebook. So mostly it'll be a DIY kind of thing where I'm just making my own pages for Go Wild, which I love being able to do that. So I'm excited. I'm excited about the whole process. It'll be a very fun thing. I also am planning to do something very similar for a couple of other travel journals that I have, like some trips that I have planned for 2024. So I'll do something similar. In fact, I'm going to do something like this for my cruise that I'm taking soon. And so I don't think I'll set it up on video just because I feel a little bit overwhelmed by the process of doing the travel journaling for my cruise, because I have a cruise from 2023 that I need to set it up for. And so I don't know, I just feel like just thinking about it makes me overwhelmed. So I probably won't set that one up on camera, but at some point, when I get that done, I will flip through it on the channel. But this, since I've used this, I'm going to go ahead and I think maybe just tuck it at the very, very beginning. I should put an envelope in here so I can tuck this in here. So that way, if I need to, I can relabel some of these. Definitely, I have lists. I want to have one that's like notes, and then one that is memories. I think I want to have one. I might move this list ones down, actually, and have one that is like this one would be like announcements from Go Wild, all the like the pre-fun type stuff. So I kind of want to put that in here as well. So I might actually take one of these back tabs and move it forward, or maybe take February and do that. So I don't know. I'm still working it out. I also at this point looking at it, I don't like that these are different, so I might label those as well. But these are all things that I will do as I continue with this journey. The only other thing I wanted to show you, and this will be a separate video, or like I'll do a flip through of this, but I went ahead and went to my stash of washi and did pre-select some of my washi. So I'm just going to show it to you, but at some point I'm going to just do some like a swatch page in my book. But these are all the colors that I thought would go wild with this year's Go Wild theme. Would go well with this Go Wild theme. And I picked some blacks and golds as well. Just quickly showing it to you so you can see it. This one is one of my favorites right here. And I want to try to use some of this washi in these DIY pages. So I've already gone ahead and pre-selected this and put it into a bag. So that way it's ready. This one got stuck in here. Okay. So just quickly showing it to you, not laying it out or anything like that, but eventually I'll get it into a page, one of the mini pages I have planned. Does this work? I think that was accidental. All right, so those are some of the colors here. It's so cute. I have so much washi and I'm going to try to use it. All right, so last little bit right here. All right, and again, just a quick show of like the washi that I selected. Again, I'll eventually swatch it and have a page in this book here of the washi that I selected for 2024. But yeah, at least it's initially set up, and I'm ready to start making some pages in here. I'm excited about that. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you are going to be watching along with some of my travel videos. I'm excited about 2024 being a travel year for me, so there are going to be a couple of videos related to travel. I'm excited about that. If you're here for that, I will link the playlist for my travel planning in the description so you can follow along with those videos specifically. But if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video. Bye guys.